A very good morning to all our viewers and welcome to NSOJ Talks. I am Manisha Shivaramani
And I'm Aishwarya Rajpurohit.
and today we have a very important topic of discussion for you, that is the Asian Games, and are we ready for Olympics?
Let me brief you all about the Asian Games. Asian Games, also known as ASIAD, is a continental multi-sport discipline event held every 4 years among athletes across Asia. The first ever Asian Games were held in India, New Delhi in the year 1951.
And let me also remind the viewers that the first edition of the Asian Games was opened by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the then president, at the Dhyan Chand Stadium. India was again lucky to host the 9th edition of the Asian Games in 1982, and that was the first Asian Games that was held under the aegis of the Olympic Council of Asia. And also in those Asian Games, 75 Asian as well as Asian Games records were broken.
The Asian Games 2018 was held in Indonesia. It was for the first time that the Asian Games were held in two cities, Jakarta and Palembang. It will be for the second time Jakarta had hosted an event earlier in 1961 also. And this year at the Asian Games 2K18, 45 nations had competed in more than 58 events from August 18 to September 2 in an event that costed for an approximation of $3.2 billion.
Now, the Indian athletes are back from their Asian Game campaign, and they came back with the biggest bags of medal in the history of Asian Games. And so many young players participated in Asian Games this time. It was a luxury to watch it. So much talent that India has. Don't you think, Aishwarya?
Yes, Manisha. Around 42% of Indian athletes that participated in this year Asian Games from India belong to the age group of 15 to 23. If you see the entire Indian contingent that went to the Asian Games from India, that's 527, out of which the age group 15 to 23, we had 238 athletes, and the remaining were about 23 years of age. And for instance, if you just take the women's hockey team, out of 18, 8 players belong to the age group of less than 23 years of age.
That's nice. And also, if you talk about athletics, because India gave a mind-blowing performance in athletics this year. So it took only one jump for MS Sri Shankar to qualify in the long jump, and then later Hima Das, the junior world champion, reduced the national record to dust. And then came the icing on the cake with Tejinder Pal Singh winning a gold medal in shot put event and created a national record. You know, Tejinder Pal Singh, his father has cancer, he's hospitalized. So he dedicated his medal to his father, and he also thanked all his family members and friends for supporting him in this critical time. So everything was falling in place for India in athletic events.
Uh, the other name I would like to add on the list is Swapna Burman. Swapna Burman created history by becoming the first ever Indian to get gold at the event of heptathlon at the Asian Games. Let me tell my viewers what an heptathlon event is. A heptathlon event is a combination of both field and track events, which includes 7 events together, like the 200-meter hurdles, long jump, high jump, shot
Yes.
put, 200 meters, 300 meters. And Swapna Burman is one such story that tells us about her poverty and her physical difficulty to run in an ill-fitted shoes that always pinch her 6 toes on each of her feet.
And if you talk about badminton, PV Sindhu won a silver this time, and Sania Nehwal got bronze this time. And you know, there was a lot of expectations from Kidambari Srikanth. He's the world champion, but unfortunately in the men's team we were not that lucky. But maybe in Olympics, who knows?
Yeah, I would like to tell my viewers also that it is for the first time that the female shuttlers won individual medals at the event in Asian Games. Last time any shuttler who won an individual medal in badminton singles was Syed Modi in the 1978 Asian Games.
You know, PV Sindhu has never lost to Georgia Marsica, but I don't know what the audience of Indonesia GBK Stadium did to the world 22nd number, that she really did a outstanding performance.
Yes, so next, let's move on to the event of shooting. Before moving to the event of shooting, Manisha, I would like to ask you a question. What were your ideas and plans when you were 16 years old?
I think I was still confused between if I should choose commerce or science. Yes, I think that's what I was doing.
Yeah, that was same from my side too. But here's a 16-year-old boy who won India a gold medal at the 10-meter air pistol event. Mind you, Manisha, it was not at all an easy match for him. He had to compete with world rank number 8 Wang, world rank number 6 from Japan Hatsuda, and world rank number 5 V Juaju.
So we have expectations from the youngsters in Olympics. That's really great. And even if you talk about wrestling, I would like to mention a new game called Quash. India got to know about Quash. So Quash is a mix of judo and wrestling, and this time we won a bronze in it by Mala Prabha Jadhav. You know, her father doesn't even know what the daughter is playing. He doesn't know what Quash is, but he knows that whatever the daughter is doing, it's making the nation proud. She's enjoying it and she's good at it. Also, how can we not talk about the Fogart sister? You know, she got the gold
Yeah.
medal, creating a history in Asian Games at this event.
When you come to the event of boxing, Manisha, we had Amit Fangal. You cannot forget this name. He, at the 49 kg finals, he bet Olympic champion from Uzbekistan, Dastamov, Hassan Boy Dastamov. He bet him at the Asian Games, and this is a great thing to be remembered. We also had a very experienced player, Arjun Award winner, Vikas Krishnan, who settled for bronze because in the semi-final bout he was declared physically injured because he had an injury near his left eye.
Since I mentioned Quash, I would like to also mention CPAC Takraw. You know, CPAC Takraw is a kick volleyball. Can you imagine us playing kick volleyball? How
That would
funny
be
will that
bad.
be? So this time again in this new sport, India won a bronze medal as well by Harish Kumar. Since the day Harish Kumar has been back from Asian Game camping, he's back to selling tea. Imagine this, because
Oh.
that's what his family business is. And out of all the medals that he has won apart from Asian Games, he has 15 games and 15 medals, sorry, and those 15 medals has helped him to run the family business. He was highly inspired by his brother Naveen, who had the potential to get the medal in Olympics and at World Champions, but he had to quit in 2013 because of a ligament injury. So then his brother Harish himself took up this sport, and he's expecting some monetary benefits from it as well, not monetary benefits but some monetary gain, because the family situation is really bad, and he has two siblings who are blind. So whatever the
Oh.
money that he's expecting to get from the government, he will put that money for their surgeries.
Yes, Manisha, a very hard story to listen to. Next, we have a new card game named Bridge.
Bridge.
So at the Asian Games, it was the first time introduced here at the Asian Games 2K18, and this in the bridge game. Contact Bridge is a version that was played at the Asian Games 2K18, and this newly introduced game has already started creating records. For instance, 81-year-old bridge player from Malaysia, Lee Hyung Fong, is the eldest. I mean, the eldest of all the athletes from the Asian Games 2K18. And for India, we won a gold medal with 60-year-old Pranab and 56-year-old Sarkar.
That's inspiring again.
Yeah.
Definitely very inspiring. And how can we not talk about
Javelin,
javelin?
yeah.
Exactly. The young Neeraj Chopra, he won the gold medal in javelin, creating a national record of 88.06 meters. You know, the last time India won a javelin medal was in 1982 by Gurtej Singh, and that time even we got a bronze. So this time, this is the first ever India's gold medal in a javelin throw, and he's not only the Asian Games champion, he's also the Commonwealth Games champion. And this kind of performance was delivered by Milkha Singh in that time. So there's a lot of expectations from Neeraj Chopra for Tokyo 2020.
Manisha, but your expectations, sometimes fear me.
Why?
Because in an event that was held just 3 days after Chopra winning and gold medal at the Asian Games, there was a Diamond League finale wherein Chopra was brought down to number 4 by an Olympic champion Thomas Roller. The most saddening thing is Chopra couldn't give his best that he gave 3 days before with 88.06, and the distance between the third and the fourth rank at the Diamond Games were just 0.3 meters.
You know, that's actually good, Aishwarya. He has the potential. He's young,
Yeah.
and he has time to practice. So he knows what's coming for him in Olympics 2020. So I think we should take it with it as a positive note.
Yeah, and he will prepare well for the
Olympics in 2020, definitely.
yes. Next, moving on to archery, we have 2 silver medals coming from compound events, men and women.
You know, Indian recurve archers have a history of disappointing. I'm sorry to say this, but they always come back with no medals, and I don't know, their performance just fade away. They really need to work hard because we need some more medals in archery as well.
Yes, next, if we move on to the game of squash, we have 1 silver medal coming in from the women's squash team. But the individuals have done a better this time. We have 3 bronze medal coming from Saurav Ghoshal, Deepika Karthik, and Joshua Channappa. And it is for the first time that India will be coming back with 3 medals in individuals at the squash.
And in squash, I would like to mention
Yeah.
this time they did a very interesting thing. So the players, instead of consulting the coach during the play, they consulted each other. So that's
Oh.
an excellent example of teamwork there.
Yes, yes. Next, moving on to table tennis, we have 2 bronze medal, one from mixed doubles and one from men's team event. When you go for lawn tennis, we have again 2 bronze medals coming in singles. From men's singles, we have Pranjesh, and from women's singles, we have Ankita Raina, who is currently nation's #1 single in the single category.
All this is fine. I mean, but what about hockey and kabaddi? What happened?
It was very shocking for me too. If you talk about the kabaddi, it is for the first time that the Asia will see a different gold medal winner other than India, because the Indian men's kabaddi team has always been winning gold from the first time the kabaddi was introduced in Beijing in 1900. Until now, we have
Yeah.
always won a gold, and this time the men in blue settled for bronze. That was really bad.
Yeah, definitely. Silver and bronze is not what we were
and the
expecting
women's
in kabaddi.
the women's could not grab the gold and they settled for silver.
Yes.
If you talk about hockey, that's another shocking news for all of us, that the Indian men lost to Malaysia in the semi-finals. We are ranked. India is ranked #2 in the world order, and they are ranked #12. I would like to
Okay.
correct. India is ranked #5 and they are ranked #12.
12.
We are higher in the order and we still couldn't defeat them. But the women's in the hockey team did a better job, I suppose. They had a bronze medal in 2014 and they could try to convert it into a silver medal in 2018.
So even hockey was not up to the mark this time. Like, we had a potential, but we couldn't reach that place.
Yes, Manisha, but if you see now the overall performance with some unexpected losses, expected gains, I think it was a good performance by India at the Asian Games.
And also, I think the government has supported, they've provided them with monetary incentives to motivate them for Olympics as well.
Yes, Manisha. The Tamil Nadu government has given cash incentives for 4 of the players who have won a silver medal in 4 into 400 meter mixed team relay, and of rupees 30 lakh and 20 lakh each for the boys who have won a bronze medal at the Asian Games. The West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee have announced cash incentive of rupees 10 lakh and a government job for Swapna Burman, who is the first Indian woman to get a gold medal at heptathlon. She won a gold medal, and a lot of wishes came from all quarters, and Saurav Ganguly took on to his Twitter saying, "Congratulations, Swarna Burman, for your gold medal. We in India and West Bengal are happy and proud."
Since you mentioned government scheme, I would also like to mention, the monetary incentive. I would like to mention a government scheme called TOP scheme. So if you go to the Sports Authority India's website, and under the scheme section, that's the top scheme that you see. So under that scheme, the government identifies the athletes who have the potential to bring a medal in Olympics, and so what they do is give them the training from renowned coaches. They give them monetary incentives so that the players don't have to worry about their family behind, and also they give them the equipments, the proper training, physiotherapists, and everything. And you know what? The Commonwealth Games, out of the 70 medals that we won, 47 of them were under the top schemes.
Yeah, that's really nice. So now tell me, Manisha, the overall performance, what do you think? How was it for India?
To be very honest, with due respect to all the medal winners, their achievement, their grit, their fight, I don't want to be disrespecting, but we have to take the victory with a pinch of salt if you think of the performances that led us to the medals, because this is not India's landmark win. To be very honest, it's good, we have improved, but it's not the landmark win, because only if you take the gold medals into consideration, because that's the measure how you judge where the nation stands, and not the overall medals alone. So apart from Neeraj Chopra and 2 unexpected medals in the wrestling, 2 brilliantly won medals in gold medals in wrestling, all the other performances are still not, they won the medals, but they're still not up to that level if you take Olympics and World Championship as a yardstick.
Manisha, I would like to tell you that India has matched the gold medal haul of 15, which it had won in 1951 inaugural Asian Games. Then in 1951, India was ranked number 2 with 15 gold medals out of 57 expected. But now again in 2K18, we have 15 medals, ranked number 8, just behind Iran and Taipei and far behind China, who has a total of 289 medals with 132 gold.
So from that statistic alone, we can say that we have still somewhere maintained the same standards that we had in 1951. But of course, we need to consider this fact as well, because at that time, there were only 11 countries that participated, and this time we had 45 countries that participated. Again, even in 1951, there were only 6 sporting genres, and this time we had even more. So we need to consider this fact as well. But somewhere we have still failed to capitalize on those efforts.
Okay, so let us see India's performance in
The 2000s. So that,
yeah.
because in the 2000s, the number of countries were same and the number of sporting events were also the same.
Yes, so let's see India's performance.
For objectivity, we can discuss that.
Yeah. In 2002 Asian Games, India was ranked number 7 with 11 out of possible 419 medals. In 2006 Doha Games, India was ranked 8 with 10 out of possible 424 medals. Going by the ranking, I think the best performance by India came in Asian Games 2010 when we were ranked number 6th with 14 out of possible 439 goals. And in the Asian Games 2014, we were in the 8th rank with 11 gold medals. And the Asian Games now, 2K18, we're again in the 8th rank with 15 gold medals out of possible 465.
So India's gold winning percentage fluctuates between 2.32 to 3.32. Like 2.32 was in Doha 2006 and 3.23 is in Jakarta 2018. And from that we can see, and if you take by the sheer number of overall medals won, it is again not very something to be celebrate about, to be very honest, because we still need to work a lot hard. Because last time in Asian Games we got 57 medals, and by the time in the gap of 2 years we got only two medals. So this time you realize that, right? We cannot just keep celebrating the 67 medals that we have today. We need to work hard and we need to identify the weakness and work on those as well.
Yes, Manisha. Now that we have got the landmark of medal hauls, let's get into the main factor that needs to be discussed, that is India's performance at the Asians in comparison with the global standards.
We had a lot to celebrate at the fag end of the Jakarta Games when we won 7 gold, 10 silver and 2 bronze in the athletics event. But apart from Neeraj Chopra is the only genuine contender, I would say, for the Olympics as well, because the other players, their record was similar to what they had in Olympic 2016. So we need to improve from that a bit.
Okay, if you see Dutee Chand's record of his timings, may it be 100 meters or 200 meters, it may have landed up him in Rios, but this time I don't think so. And if you see the women athletes with the medals, I think Hima Das would make a cut. If you see men's event, except Chopra and Tejender Pal's shot put throw of 250 meters, it could have given him a place in the Olympics earlier, but now
the standard for 2020 is going to be much higher. That's
yes,
what I'm saying.
Yes,
definitely. And also the 4x400 meter relay gold that the women's team won this time, amazing. But if you look at the facts, the timing was even bad than what we had in 2014. So we need to consider these facts clearly. Also, there's a lot of hope from the wrestling team by Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Fogart, and also a lot of hopes from PV Sindhu and Saina Nehwal. Despite them not winning the gold, there are hopes too.
From the shooting range, we have 2 gold medalists, that is Saurabh Chowdhury and Rai Sarnabat, with plus of some youngsters coming up. So there is a lot of hope to get.
Lot of potential.
Yeah, lot of hope with lot of potentials at the grand mark at the Olympics. But in fairness, what happens is the shooting always throws up many Indian medal prospects through the way of the 4 years that we crossed the Olympics.
Fades. Yeah, they need to sustain it.
Yeah, it somewhere fades before reaching the Olympics with the 4 years time.
Definitely. And the success of these youngsters, their medal winning performances, it shows that we are there. We have the potential, but we still need to expand it to taste the Olympic success.
Yes.
And I mean, who knows? Should we celebrate their performance in Indonesia? Definitely,
definitely.
100%. But should we consider this as the landmark event in the history of Asian Games? Now that you have watched the discussion, it's up to you to decide. And that's it from the talks. Thank you for watching the talks, and do comment and let us know how this discussion was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.